Hello, sports cards fans. It's Diego here. I would like to thank you for watching this video, giving me some time of your day to check it out. I hope you guys enjoy it. But I'm going to show some 1955 cards that I have, and I've shown them before, and I figured why not do it again. These 1955 cards are not the greatest in condition, rounded corners, bad surfaces and stuff like that. I got them in an auction, but we'll talk about that story a little later. But I think the cards are really cool looking, especially when you get to the back and you see all the information in the back. You got the one panel cartoon right there. You got a little bit of bio about the player and then other information about him, along with a stat line. So that's pretty cool. And right here you see that Ruben Gomez can fit into my Puerto Rican collection because he's from Guayama, Puerto Rico. So there you go. He played for the New York Giants. Another thing that I tend to like about these 1954 cards after I got them was looking at the logos that they had. Right here you can see the Washington National logo. I thought that was pretty cool because it was something that I didn't realize. Like, I knew about the Washington Nationals, but just seeing the old logo was like, man, that's pretty cool. I know there's some Colt 45 cards that are out there that I purchased just because of the logos, the hats, just different things that I didn't see very much. I didn't see very much in my lifetime, and I learned to appreciate it a little bit more. And kind of like this 1955, if you go back to my older video, I probably won't have the same information that I do today, thanks to some of the stuff that I had. Like there's a book, it's called Surf Laundry Detergent, and Topps put out, that would go from 1952 to 1987 and just show you little differences about the cards. And I found out a few things about that. Just, it's a team book. It usually shows like the progression of the team sets, but you find out a little bit about the cards that you have, such like this Kansas City Athletics, the KC on Charlie Bishop's hat here. If you go into this next year, you'll most likely see, in 1956, you'll most likely see the Athletic A on the hat, on a blue hat, I believe. So, like, things like that are gone away from the cards themselves, and by getting like a 1955 or a 1954, you can relive some of those logos or artist conceptions of stuff that you don't see normally. Most of the time they just airbrush it all off, which is unique in itself when you think about it in the old days. But here, most of the cards will all have the headshot, then the action shot, then they have the facsimile autograph, and the back of the cards, like I said, it had the one panel comic and the bio. Like, these cards just had it all, and I could see why people really liked them. Now, one thing that I learned is that this 1955 set was one of the shortest produced by Topps, because they were having the licensing battle with Bowman on players. Like, some players you can only find in a Bowman product, and some products you can only get in Topps. And this 1955 happened to be the last year that this quarrel was or this battle was going on, because in 1956 the set got a lot bigger, and a lot more players were eligible to be on the Topps cards. So that made it better for Topps to produce. And the cards kind of look the same, except that where the player is playing, you might see an action shot on the field in the background, instead of seeing this faded color that goes all the way over. Here you see some tape residue, or somebody must have had it in a scrapbook. I still think it looks really cool. Definitely like the back. Now, I also believe that the rookie cards for this is Sandy Koufax, Roberto Clemente, and Harmon Killebrew for this. But I have my own rookie, which I think he's a rookie. This Norm Zalchin. He's a rookie right here because all it has is his minor league stats down there. So I'm saying he's a rookie. And it says fresh from a great season at Louisville in 1954, Norm has a good chance to take over the Bo Sox first base job. Now, I think that he did because he had a card in 1956. So I'm guessing he took over the job. I'm not really sure. And I'm probably not going to go look back at it, at the history. One of the cards that I like, just because I liked it, like when I won this auction, I was like, man, this is this is a cool looking card because it's Wally Moon. Like Don Mossy, the gentleman has a feature all his own, and that is the unibrow, of course. But Wally Moon right there, pretty cool. You can see somebody wrote on their name on there for the Cardinals. And another card that I got when I was looking at this, that I was just happy to have, was this one with Jack Parks. Not like he's not an important player to me, but he's in his catcher's gear, and I think that in-action shot, I call them in-action shots, but that shot right there, or that picture right there, is like really cool because he's in his catcher gear, getting ready to throw out somebody. I thought that was really awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and move these back. So give me a second here. All right. So like I mentioned, I got these in an auction and from a baseball card shop that was closing. I found it a month before, and the next month they're telling me, well, we're going to have this big auction, and the guy was telling me he's moving to Florida and he's got to let go of some of this stuff. So he's having an auction, come by, be part of the auction. And I did that. And that's how I got these cards. And I got a few other cards and things like that, like boxes. And then he was just, there came a point where the auction was done and he just started saying, hey, how much do you want for this? And he'll give you a price, and you cut them down a little bit, and you just work with them. But I got all these in the auction for, I don't even remember the price, but I knew it was in my price range. So I was like, okay, I get my samples. And the real reason why I went for these, because they had samples for the Philadelphia Phillies. At that time, I know I wanted to start having like an example of every card from when cards were made all the way up to this point with a Philadelphia Philly. So, especially for the Topps run from 1952. So this helped me get there. And when I kept on putting on the pressure on the other bidder, because I wanted these Phillies cards. Not that they were anybody important in them. It's just because they were Phillies from 1955. So here are some of the Phillies that are in there. We got Thornton Kipper. Here we got Herman Wiemeyer. A pitcher for the Phillies. I was like, yeah. Here's a Tom Quartles. I have Tom Quartles in a double day or double header where the card flips over and he's with somebody else. I forget who it is that he's with, but I have him in a double header card. So that I just thought that's pretty cool. I get to tie that together with him. I got a Bob Miller that's really bad condition there. Got some water, some creases, but I really like the way he's standing there with the looking. You know, the ball's be in the back of in the back of him, and his gloves down, and he's looking in, trying to be intimidating. So I guess he must have been like some kind of reliever, huh? He had 42 strikeouts, 39 walks. It doesn't seem like much of a reliever stats, but again, right off the top of my head, I don't remember what the game was like then, if relievers were that prominent during that time. Here we got Luis Ortiz, That's pretty cool. It kind of looks like he's fielding the ground ball, getting ready for a double play, like just tagging the base right there and getting ready to throw the ball to first. So I thought that was pretty cool. I also like the logo for the Phillies, where they have the little spinning orbit there, some stars. You got the Phillies and then the ball. There's Danny Snell or Shell. Look at the back of that card. Very nice. So those are my beat up old cards that I have. Yeah, not much more to say about them. I like them in my collection. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. Until next time.
Well, thanks a lot for looking and listening, folks. I enjoyed being with you. So long, everybody.